Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Captain's Draft 4.0, presented by Events DC. We're here with day number 2, live from the DC Armory. There's a small crowd forming, but many more to file in as we've got our panel back on the stage. Boys, welcome to Captain's Draft.
Thank you.
Feels good.
Oh, hello. Oh, don't look it up. Hey.
Hey, oh.
Hello. Oh, look at that crowd. They're rowdy already. That's what I love about DC, you know? Freezingly wonderful for everybody.
It was a little frigid outside today, but it's nice and toasty here in the Oval Office, right, Slacks?
That's correct. Where all of the great decisions of this game are truly made.
Right here. We're never wrong on
No.
the panel. Of
And
course
we've
not.
Never left this spot.
You guys are warm?
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
I feel great.
Not me.
Oh, great.
So, Purge, day 2, thoughts about the group stage?
I mean, the games happened pretty quick. I mean, it's one day, 2 different streams, but the stuff that I watched was really fun games. I'm really excited to see best of 3s happen, just because I want to see the adjustment between game 1, game 2, maybe game 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of eliminations today.
Exactly. It's all single elim. We had best of 1s in the group stage, so not a lot of breathing room there. And now that we're into the bracket, there's really no room for error. You lose one series and you're out. So 2 teams will be eliminated here on day 2.
I love single elim.
Yeah.
It feels bad to say. As like a true fan of like the most competitive nature, you know what I mean? It's like you want a team to have the best shot possible. You want them to have that lower bracket run to get maybe like the best chance, but the underdog stories, man, the hype. I mean, who can forget Boston Major, right? That was one of like the biggest moments of the entire pro circuit in the previous year. Everyone remembered F&M and how far they made it. So it's kind of stuff you can get with single elim.
That's the dream, man.
It's nice.
Teams hate it. I mean, they're not fans because it doesn't. They say it doesn't show their true strengths. You know, some teams like EG, they're lower bracket riders. You know, they like to learn from their opponents. But for fans and viewers, it's as good as it gets. Torture the teams. That's what I always say.
Well, hey, that's what Captain's Draft is all about, right?
All right.
Alternate game
That's
mode,
true.
pull them out of their comfort zone and make them play heroes that they might not be comfortable with. But let's take a look at the bracket and see how things have finished up here. With our group stage done, it was just for seeding, no teams eliminated in the groups, but now we've got this beautiful bracket to take a look at. Today we're going to be focused on the upper half. It's Mineski versus paiN, our first best of 3. Following that will be EG versus Secret. What some people might fancy a semi or grand finals matchup will be an opening round, and unfortunately one of those teams will be eliminated today, but hey, that is a setup for one hell of a series, right, Slacks?
Hell yeah. Both these series are going to be hype. If paiN Gaming can beat Mineski, who Trent Pax believes to be the strongest team ever created in history.
Yeah.
Direct quote. Yeah,
Direct
exactly
quote
what
from
I
him.
said. Thank
Verbatim.
you. Yeah,
That will
perfect.
be amazing.
Yeah, and of course we'll have the winners coming up after that. So our third series will be stuck in that upper bracket, and then tomorrow will be the exact same schedule, just on the lower side.
And the one glorious day of grand finals. I like it. It's a good setup. Let those teams really bring their best into that best of 5, right?
Yeah.
Fully prepared strats. You know your opponent. You got the whole evening.
Yeah,
absolutely.
fully prepared Captain's Draft strats. If Sniper is in,
They need all the
we do
time
it.
they can get.
Very good. $300,000 on the line, and well, some pro circuit DPC, the Dota Pro Circuit points, also 300 of those up for grabs. Maybe even more valuable than the money at this state in the season.
Their stock is rising.
It's important, dude. You got to collect those points. That's
Oh boy, I hope my life gets into such a great place where all I care about are DPC points and money is meaningless. That would be fantastic.
yeah. Wouldn't that be the dream for us all? But let's take a look at the highlight video. We had a lot of exciting Dota yesterday. 2 streams. You might have missed some of the action. Let's get caught up on what we missed.
100 damage start. To jump in. There's the Nimbus, God Strength as well. Silent, he's in a lot of trouble. He's on the other side of his team. Puppy and Ace are just going to pound upon him. Still very tanky. Will he be able to get off the Stone Gate? He is stunned for this entire duration. Oh, that's a really good on call. With Fada. Pops the Blade Mail, and Yoku is donezo again. Static Control, we're going to get off. Silent with a nice... Looks like we have a Shackle Puppy again in the front lines. Underlord in a lot of trouble. There's the Disarm and the Diffuse. And Medusa, if he goes down, this is 100% game. He's going to jump in. Dragonform still up for a few seconds. Avalanche Shock comes in. Terrorize is applied, though. He's going to attempt to run away to base. Doesn't really have a choice in the matter. Moon with the BKB. Up as well. He blinks out to safety. Big Echo Slam onto 2 heroes. Fissure, he's trying to get it off. Not able to do so. Looks like he's on this fight. Mushi again. Burrow Strike Epicenter on a bunch of heroes. Sonic Wave to follow, though, and Lan M and company better be careful as the Jakiro is the last remaining. Very good Aegis. Oh, Jab! He took it! Oh my god! What a play from Jab!
Coming to the high ground. They have Ravage still.
Ravage onto 3 heroes, and here comes Ember Spirit with a double impale as well from Nyx. And that is a dead gyro. It's taking considerable damage. There's the Eclipse. It's not going to do a whole lot. As Young Eleven is going to use it to heal himself to full HP. Paparazzi, finally that ult goes off. He will be back though, gets off the slow FN. Trying to do as much damage as he can, but it's just too little farm at this point. 21,000 net worth lead.
Oh my god,
Ori and Spirit Vessel bringing back the healthy amount. Paparazzi though, he's getting quite low. They know he doesn't have reincarnation. They need to get something out of this. Finally, triple kill for Silent here. As Lanan, Ori gets off the Requiem. It's going to heal him quite a bit. Or maybe not, just going to get kills. They have an idea. The song is up, but Aegis is gone. They're actually going to use it anyway.
Oh, they're stacked up.
It's the 2 most important heroes to take down. The BKB is popped. We'll see if it actually matters. Nice swap from Puppey, keeping Ace alive. But Sniper, or Legion Command, I should say, and Venture the Spirit drop to the deck. Nice Requiem missiles on the sidelines, though. Kiting him. Doesn't really have anything to work with. They're going to completely surround him. Yapsor and Ace
BKB.
really trying to do stuff here. Mid 1 pops the BKB. Astron Prison keeps his teammate alive. Fenrir just gets destroyed. Mid 1, though, will finally find his way to the grave. As Sandy's Eclipse.
They don't have resolution. Fiend's Grip will come out, there's the song. And that's the counter we were talking about in the draft. And this is going to be a disaster. I feel like they're going to come in with S4. He's going to have a point stomp here in just a moment. Beautifully timed. And Illuminate will bring both of them down. They've got the Vortex coming out as well. And Duster will be the 3rd to fall. OG will clean house. Rage comes out. Complexity are on their way. They have the Winner's Curse. They have all of their abilities. This is a big fight because, like you mentioned, the Refresher Shard is there. Misery will go for the Impale of Vine. The Glimmer Cape will drop the Sentry down. Roche is low. Is it dead yet? They'll jump and lift, looking to find it. RTZ gets the Aegis. There's the Echo Slam onto 3. The Requiem coming out. Chessie waveforming, doing some serious damage. Sonic Wave onto 2. The Death Ward. RTZ still fighting fit. They're going to find Chessie. They get off the Cold Embrace in time. A double kill for RTZ. Winter's Curse comes out. Fear might fall, but he's so tanky. He's not doing enough damage. RTZ will finally drop serious damage along with Z-Freak. They're going to work. They need this kill. RTZ will take 1. They're in. Wukong's command move in trouble. He doesn't get the Rolling Thunder off. He's going to jump into the high ground. Good Ghost Ship coming in so far. They've gotten Fly out of this. Moo will get low and he'll get dropped down. Chessie's in the back lines looking for Jerax. Trying to get this kill. He finds himself a double. Now No Tail coming in. They want this kill. Chessie's in some trouble though. Silent Step from Resolution's man fighting him. No Tail is just pushing them all back. A double kill for Rezo. Looking for more. Kyle will be next. S4 gets himself a double kill. 4 dead. It's going to be all fine. Tier 4 towers. He needs to be careful. BKB still going. Wants to kill Duster, but gets off the Glimmer Cape in time. IO Tether coming through as well. There's the Astral Sumail looking for a target. Doesn't have roll for another 36. There's going to be the huge Sanities. An ultra kill. My God. RTZ just like that. Nuts. Waveform comes out. King RD will be next. And EG will clean sense as Kyle is running into hook shot. If he hit that while Kyle was mid-charge, it would have been sick. But now they're looking for Limp. Good Burrow Strike coming out very low. There's the Tricks of the trade. Sandy's Eclipse gets dropped. They've got the root, and Chessie is dead. It's a 2-for-0 trade, and Limp might be next. He's going to ball lighting. Epicenter comes in. Moo gets the job done. It's 2 dead now, and they might lose a 3rd here if they're not careful. RTZ is going to go back on the Moo, though. They need detection. They don't have it. The Sandstorm, a lot of damage being dealt. Z-Freak getting caught in the wards. So too is Moo. The Shackles. Sumail gets a triple kill.
It was a beautiful day of Dota 2, and hopefully a prelude of what we're going to see today now that elimination is on the line. But again, we're back with our panel. We spent a lot of time focused on the primary stream. That was Group Horse. Yep. But over on Group Hippo, it looked like there was a lot of action-packed Dota.
They had a lot of fun matches. They had EG Cole, kind of this like renowned NA grudge match, and then we had Cole win the first one, and then it came like for that run back, and then EG took that game with the crit Ricky. So. Yeah, they were NA battles over there.
Yeah, it's always fun to see the Cole versus EG stuff. Same thing happened at Boston Major, basically, where knocked them down, then they played again, and they different result. A lot of fun games, though. Big team fights. I kind of agree with what Shane was saying yesterday, that Naga was the hero. I didn't realize she was picked so heavily on the other side of the bracket as well. Yeah. But she seems to be one of the big picks here.
Yeah, OG and Mineski were the teams that topped the group. So they were able to select their opponents, and that's how we got to this point in the bracket. So, oh man, I'm just so excited. I love it when we get to this point. The tournament is so much on the line, Trent.
Where's that shrill noise?
It's missing.
It has been pretty quiet on this panel. Does anybody have eyes on Slacks out there? Is he out doing a crowd interview? Can we find him?
Somewhere?
Where could he be?
Anywhere?
Is he in the digital realm, perhaps?
I couldn't tell you. Maybe he hopped away, found a bathroom, found some food. He had a cup of sausages earlier.
Did he?
Yeah,
true.
yeah, he's
That's
good.
cool.
He stole from the hotel breakfast. He's just wandering around
Stole?
offering up sausages.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I guess they're free. Maybe it's not stealing, but when you sneak them out in a cup, generally that, you know.
It's a pro Slacks tip. He doesn't actually drink coffee. He fills up coffee cups with sausages and then carries them around and pretends that he's drinking coffee.
him and I are on the same
quite
page.
genius,
I do it with
actually.
oatmeal usually.
His incognito breakfast. It's very good.
No one will ever see
No.
when he drinks his coffee in a weird way, opens it and grabs things. And
He told me that he actually picked up someone's random coffee and stuck his fingers in it.
Why? What is that?
He thought it was a sausage cup.
don't you think you could like
He
move
was
it a little
really
bit and
stressed
realize
back
like, oh,
there.
this is a liquid? Or
Do you really trust him to do that? Let's be honest here.
Oh, this is warm. I said. So production, have we found Slacks yet? Is he back there somewhere? Could we possibly jump to his location?
no?
I guess not.
He's not there. That's the
Yes,
one.
that's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
All right, we're working
He's-
on it.
He's yeah.
Hey, look, fellas, wait a second. Something's different here.
What do you mean? Everything seems normal to me.
Okay. I forget what we're supposed to be doing, though.
The trophy, Suns fan. We gotta get a trophy for one of the in-game items, like everybody else does.
Is that really how everyone does it? They just go into the game and steal it?
What else are they gonna do? Make a big-ass cup? Tournament organizers aren't creative people. That's why they're tournament organizers.
All right, well, let's just go find some garbage generic item that nobody wants in their living room.
All right, this looks like the spot. Ice Frog drags things into this cave to rebalance them. Huskar went in there 3 years ago. He hasn't come back out since.
Halt! I am the keeper of the lair. Within the cave, there are 3 challenges you must complete. But before passing, you must answer a riddle. In the mountains of Kaldor, there is a 3-eyed beast.
Shut up, Trent.
No one cares, Trent. Just move your Canadian ass.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, guys. Well, wait. At least take my guide. He knows his way around the dark and dank crevasse.
Hey, everybody. Oh, my God. It's Zayori.
Run, Suns fan, run!
Bye. Wait. I've seen this before. Just repel me.
All right.
Let's go. Well, that was easy. Huh.
Wait, I know this one.
Hey, everybody. I bet you didn't expect to see me here.
Oh, dear Lord, not like this.
Walk on me, guys.
No.
Just walk on me.
There needs to be some other way.
Walk on me!
Hey, it's Cinderin. Do you guys want to join a Dota 2 team?
Oh my God. It's him.
Welcome to my hall, where trophies of tourneys past, present, and future are displayed. It is time for you to choose the trophy which represents your tournament the most. The trophy and the tournament's fate are intertwined. Choose your item wisely, and your tourney will be remembered forever as one of the greats. Choose poorly, and your incompetence will never be forgotten.
Sounds simple enough.
No, Sunsfan, don't touch that.
Okay. Did not even recognize that one. Close call there, buddy. Oh, this one. It's perfect.
Are you sure?
That's my lunch, you idiot! Why in God's name did we decide to give you a miner? This cannot be. You have chosen correctly. This mango represents all that your tournament is and will be. The gods have chosen. You have passed.
Yeah!
Yeah! Yeah! The mango! We did it! Yeah! Put her down. Oh, such glory.
Get back to work, idiot.
Welcome back to the panel, ladies and gentlemen. What an exciting ceremony that was indeed, and a beautiful trophy we have for the victor of this tournament.
We found Slacks. We got him.
Yeah.
I was getting worried there, man. We were going to put out like an alert or something.
Welcome back, pal. How's it going, Slacks? Welcome back.
How did those darts feel?
It's great, you know, good. Worked really
Acupuncture.
hard, go into the game to try to get a trophy, and then that's all the things I get, you know, get back on the panel. He thinks he's so cool. Now that he has a minor, he thinks he's so hot.
Well, come on. It's been a stressful event, right? Sunsfan's been pulling all-nighters. He's the caster. He's the organizer. He's the man in charge. He wrote the rules, Slacks. Have some respect.
Sure, you know, he thinks he's, you know, the leader of the country in his little presidential suite. I bet he would like it a lot, you know, if somebody maybe tried to ruin his tournament a little bit. How about that? How about if I try to ruin your tournament, Sunsfan? Maybe then you'll be nice to me. How about that?
And that one guy claps, and the crowd goes wild.
That guy gets me. Thank you out there.
Okay, so let's talk about a little Dota, perhaps. First matchup, Mineski versus paiN. It's a best of 3 for elimination, as we've mentioned a few times. Obviously, Mineski favorites, maybe statistically, coming into this one, being top of the group, paiN finishing bottom, but thoughts coming into this cross-regional matchup?
Screw the Suns fan.
What?
What?
You gotta go?
No?
No?
I don't want a panel anymore. This tournament sucks. I'll get you for this Suns fan.
Well,
And then the crowd really went wild. Slacks off the panel. We did it, guys. That's all it took. Thank you. Yeah. Nice.
I think Mineski is really good. They seriously impressed me in the games that they played yesterday. I think that they're going to probably go all the way to the grand finals, most likely. I mean, there could be an upset, but I think that they're definitely better than paiN. But paiN could also do, I could see them winning at least one game, maybe 2. Never know.
Yeah.
That's true.
This will be like the bracket shattering, right? I mean, single elimination, so it really is anything could happen. It is just one best of 3. Just got to take 2 games, and then Mineski's out, and that ruins everything. Because personally, I think Mineski are going all the way.
It's true.
Victors.
And I'm glad we brought up the predictions, because that's one thing we're going to be tracking throughout this entire tournament. Every talent and caster filled out a bracket predicting where they thought this thing would go. Then we're also going to be tracking game to game based on who's on the panel. So at the end, we have a little bit of bragging rights, and we can see who is the best, and more importantly, who was the worst?
Yeah, I would say so. You know, dead last, name and shame, that kind of stuff. That's more like the Moonduck philosophy, I feel like. Rather than build each other up, we like to tear each other down.
And what's even more exciting is I had a little preview of the brackets, and there is a lot of variation across the predictions. I think there's at least like 4 different teams that are in the. There are a couple complexities in the grand finals, a couple secrets, a couple Vichis,
Well,
couple
I guess I'm not losing.
Mineskis.
It won't be me on the bottom, that's for sure.
Oh, jeez.
So
Okay,
we'll see. We'll see. Prizes TBD, but rumor is that
we
there
win
will be
stuff.
something potentially for the winner or maybe the loser. I'm not sure which way it goes.
All right, I'll take that. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Probably like maybe something to go with the mango, maybe a tango. That would be ideal. Man, we should have thought about this a little bit harder. I'm loving this trophy, though. It's beautiful.
shoot.
Look at this thing.
It really is.
Tiny little
It's got
adorable
weight
mango.
to it as well, which I was worried about. Maybe it would feel light, but it has the proper weight of an award like this, something of this magnitude.
It's definitely better than the Midas Mode trophies, that's for sure.
What?
The spray
Little
painted hands.
mannequin hands with
you get-
Sharpie written names.
Yeah,
not
it's
your
slightly
cup
better.
of tea.
I mean, you could write on this one too, I'm sure, but it looks way nicer.
Yeah. Well, so I do want to share something that I was gifted right before this panel started. The manager of paiN Gaming was kind enough to share some. Check this thing out. This is one of the official paiN Gaming hats as worn by the team. I was blown away by the logo. You know, Dota has suffered from a lot of poor art, a lot of interesting team names. And
Whoa, keep it down. Suns fans close.
That's true. We were almost dinosaur commandos. That was almost a reality. But I'm a big fan. paiN, you know, win or lose, I'm taking this
where are
home.
they in your bracket there, Hat Master?
Well, you know, I mean.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mineski wins in my bracket. But hey, you got to cheer for paiN Gaming. It's still exciting to see a South American team on land, though, in all seriousness. This is, I mean, when are you ever going to see Southeast Asia versus South America except on land, right?
I'm more wondering who's going to be better at playing when it's a little bit cold.
It's true.
I think that could make a big impact
The
here.
hand warmers are going to be.
Yeah.
Who can
People are
bear
going
the
to be
heat?
reaching for those today.
If you have like an EU team versus like a Southeast Asian team, that's clearly EU favored alone.
Yeah.
Wow, these are the real strats, not just captain's draft. We brought in also a windy draft. It's great. I think I can see outside over there, actually, so this is great.
So what else stood out to you guys yesterday? We talked about Naga being one of the breakout heroes we were surprised with. Anybody else kind of fit the bill? Obviously, we saw a little Dark Willow, a little Pangolier. Both of them looked very strong. As predicted.
Definitely Shadow Fiend was like the go-to early pick core. A lot of different teams played him. They played them a little differently every time, but every single time, SF did really well, I think, even the games that they lost.
I think rather than hero-wise, I guess the biggest thing for me was Vici is just, like they're the only Chinese team representing here, so I would assume like a lot of the fans there are looking for them. Even if maybe Vici's not your main team, you might be cheering for them just to see how they're going to do against everyone. But they stood out. Do you hear something?
What do we got here? It sounds like some sort of old-timey war music. My word, what is this? Have we found a straggler? We found a homeless man. Wow. We found a red coat, ladies and gentlemen. It seems you've got a document.
Hear ye, hear ye! The matcheth between Team paiN Gaming and Mineski is about to begin. Thank you. Bring out the teams! Whatever. Bring them on out! Yes!
Here they come.
Bring out the team! Applause! Yes! To your stations, warriors! Team Mineski! Wonderful! Bring out the other ones. Go ahead. Whatever you want. Bring them out.
You're doing great, buddy.
Keep marching.
Replay the music.
Get back in there.
Bring them out! Whatever you want! Team paiN Gaming to me!
He's a trained percussionist.
All right, Team paiN Gaming! Wonderful, wonderful! paiN Gaming, everyone! Teams, present your duelist for the duel! Yes, the duelists, welcome! This duelist will be for pick order or side. Back to back. 3 spaces, then fire. And 1 pace. 2 pace. 3 pace. Fire! Victory! Rock! Tavo! Pick or side?
Second pick.
Second pick! Loser. Dyer. Very good. To your stations, warriors. Well done. The battle is beginning now-ish. Applause. Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you. Sir Action Slacks now turned red coat. Now we see what that mischief was about. Wow.
Goodness.
You know,
I
I've
thought
never
you said you were practiced at drumming.
Yes. I'm an expert drummer. We learned it in the British armies, whatever they called that.
Oh, good. Great. Well, I have to admit, that was one pretty epic coin.
Are you good?
I'm great.
He's in one piece over there, I think.
Continue.
The epic coin toss. You know, we added a little grandiosity to what is normally just a digital coin flip. Slacks, we added a real-life element.
That's right. Most people would think that's the most inconsequential decision of the tournament, and we've made it the highlight. Congratulations, everyone.
That's what we're all about.
What do you guys think about the scissors move? I don't know if that was the play
That
there.
was a risky one over there, but it makes a lot of sense.
It was a little out of meta, I would say.
Well, I heard Synderen discussing the rock, paper, scissors meta, and his point was that at the beginning there is no meta, so it's just a pure crapshoot. But as the tournament continues, that's where you can start to really metagame it.
The good coaches are writing that down right now.
And I'm not sure what the rules are. He rocked twice, so...
We will be keeping track and leaderboards, by the
That's
way.
true.
We are doing that with every team. I'm sorry, guys. That is going to happen a lot. So you'll love it. We'll get real good at it.
It's going to be very limited data, considering there's only one rock, paper, scissors per series, and then they get eliminated.
That's true.
Well, you know, leaderboard, it's fine.
There's going to be some correlation between perhaps the winning team and... I digress.
So what the heck have you guys been talking about this whole time?
Well, we were just starting to get into Mineski versus paiN, our first matchup. We were talking about some memories from yesterday's Slacks. Any heroes, strategies, anything else that stood out to you as particularly engaging from our day one group stage?
Oh, that is the question, huh? I don't know. To even talk of heroes in Captain's Draft, does it even matter?
Well, we talked about Naga for a couple minutes.
Oh, that must have been a fun... I bet you led that conversation. A real page-turner, that one, probably.
No, it was actually Shane. Shane was on the Naga train a little bit
Chill,
earlier.
people are running up on the stage. Go back to your seats, children. Anyway.
But Naga's been picked probably at least 50% of the games, it feels like, if not more. But
Really?
Yeah. She's been picked a lot.
That's bonkers. Are they playing her? Oh, we're getting back in the Naga discussion.
Mostly support. Mostly support, but I saw that OG did pick her as a core in one game, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
We haven't even seen techies make it into a pool yet, have we, Slacks?
That sucks. As soon as he's in a pool, mark my words, picked.
I think he'll get banned.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Picked.
I'm sure he has been in the pools. Just nobody touched him, and then you forget
Was
about
he?
him. You're like, oh, was he there?
No.
Maybe in the other
know.
group. We didn't see a lot of games on stream, too, so he could have been in some of those pools, but I don't remember him once on the main stream.
Low-key
not going to be
broken.
there.
Low-key broken.
Low-key broken?
Low-key.
What does that mean exactly? What is how did you find a low-key broken hero?
Well, you know, they make their steady rise up in the pubs. You watch them for a little bit. You know, some heroes, you hear the whispers in the team rooms like,
Techie.
Uh-huh.
That's how
Yeah.
they do it, yeah.
That
low
sounds
key.
really
I don't know what the expression is. I don't know. You got a great face there, Sayori. Big fan of
good.
it.
You look
Thank
really
you.
good.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you look good. Fantastic.
Wow,
You should
yes.
put the hat back on.
Oh, okay. It didn't fit over the headset. That was the problem. I look like Ash Ketchum after Pikachu gets injured, and like he's got the hat in his eyes, and he's trying to hide that he's crying.
What?
No, I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see, that was a
you're right.
sick
He's
anime
good.
reference.
Yeah, he nailed it.
What's up
actually.
with the 3 buttons? That's some extra.
It's classy, Slacks. You
Oh.
you wouldn't know anything about a classy
No, I
shirt.
wouldn't.
You've been wearing the same shirts you wore at Outback Steakhouse from 5 years ago.
I think it looks like
That's
a shirt in the Revolutionary War,
Not
actually.
today, at least.
Yeah, you dick. The king gave me this shirt, you colonial plebe. You got to open up that first button. The ladies like that.
It is.
It's actually like 3 buttons down right now, I think.
Am I? That's just one. They like a little bit of
2?
the hair.
You have hair?
I actually only have 3, and they are right here, but it has the illusion that there's more.
okay.
So, games. Dota 2 is a great game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all right.
All right. So, to be real here, the biggest heroes that I've been keeping an eye out for, I think we're going to see more Pudge. As we saw, his win rate's pretty good. He's really good in this mode because he doesn't have those hard counters, and he's just overall BKB piercer at a positioner in a game mode like this. Pretty good. I like it. I also think we have yet to see the wrath of a good Phantom Lancer pick. Typically, I hate Phantom Lancer because there's so many ways to get around him, but not in this mode. So I've been waiting for a Phantom Lancer domination match.
See, I think the same way about Chaos Knight. In Captain's Draft, Chaos Knight is one scary little bugger.
Yeah.
What?
That's true. I mean, there's limits, right? Chaos Knight's countered by AoE, but if you pick them at the right spot and your opponents don't necessarily have the heroes they want, or maybe they're not even in the pool, then it can be an upper hand.
Yes, Chaos Knight can win a game.
Yeah.
Who
Hey,
cares?
Cole picked him.
So maybe we should mention the second series today a little bit, though. EG versus Secret, one of the more surprising first-round matchups. Anyone have thoughts about who might come out the victor in that one?
I honestly don't know. That one's really close, I think. It kind of depends how well EG is doing, but Sumail has been having some good performances so far from the group stage, so I could see it going both ways, to be honest.
2-0 Secret. Give
Oh,
me a break.
shit.
What are you
dude.
guys on?
Come on,
The
dude.
NA bias is real. Come on, Secret have been dominating. They're destroying. They look great.
They got 3rd seed, did they not?
Oh, seeding. But they're just getting warmed up. What are you talking
Remember-
about?
remember
Every
when,
other tournament, where's EG at those tournaments? They're not up there with Secret.
Jesus, dude.
I mean,
Chillax.
I'm
Well,
on the
don't put them on even level. That's disrespecting Secret.
Jesus.
Secret deserves to be above them currently.
I'm
They've
in the
been
Trent
performing
Packs camp.
better.
I called Secret to win the whole damn thing,
Well, that's
taking
a
the best of 5.
Oh, you guys are dum-dums, all
I'm
right?
not giving you that
Remember when Secret was good? Who was on the team?
So who did you predict to take the whole thing, Slacks? What was
Envy.
your-
We don't have to talk about that.
That's
That's a secret.
Oh, well, we will talk about
Anyway,
it.
his name was Misery. Here's the Misery deal, okay? He's like a Ditto from Pokemans. He goes in, he finds people's strats, he takes them, he stores them, all right? Misery has already been on Secret. He knows everything that's in Puppy's little head, and he's bringing that to EG. Why do you think they got him on the team, for gosh sakes? He's the killer. He's the secret weapon. EG gonna 2-0 Secret.
So you don't think there's any way that Puppy may have come up with some new strategies in that time period?
No.
No. Never.
Dota doesn't change much, I don't think.
Puppy's
so.
never innovated
The
anything
kid
before.
still picks Dazzle, for God's sakes. He's, I mean, no, he clearly not. But, yeah. 2-0 EG, easy peasy.
I
What?
thought that was the hardest matchup to predict.
I'm really
personally,
surprised, as a clear European here, that you would cheer for EG.
but- Oh, that's true. You are.
Much
EU.
like the colonies during the Great War, we just let them roll around their own filth, you know? Oh, wait, I'm on EG's. Oh, God.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying they're very scrappy.
Right,
You know,
we-
right. They're,
Europe don't need to
they're
deal
fighters.
with NA. They're
Okay,
garbage. Let them
right.
win Captain's Draft. They're garbage.
That's better.
Okay.
Wow. One thing I am disappointed about, though, is that for it to be EG complexity, they meet in the second round, correct? Is that? No,
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 it's
they
on the
could
other
only
side.
meet in the finals. That's it. So that NA matchup, they went 1-1 in the groups. They matched twice. Complexity won first, EG won second, so they got the higher seed. To see a rematch there, they'd have to make it to the grand finals, which would be super hype, but I don't think a single one of us predicted EG complexity in the finals.
I'm not sure. You'd have to get past Mineski on that top bracket,
Exactly.
which is the tough part.
It's hard.
But yeah, the second round of the top bracket is pretty brutal because it's going to be assuming either paiN or Mineski, where everyone's likely predicting Mineski. We'll see if that ends up being true. But then one of them against either EG or Secret. So it's going to be quite the day of Dota 2 today.
Hell yeah. I'm not going to lie. Everyone's excited for this Secret EG series. This is the series to watch. Mineski paiN. paiN can do it. I've been watching the guys. They're hype. They're full of energy. They're waving around the flags. They're wearing wings and stuff. They're crazy. Mineski, they're dragging their feet a little bit. I don't know. I think the cold weather has really woken these guys up. They're woke.
Oh, that's why they put on the wigs. It was
Yeah.
actually for warmth.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
They have to move their hands to stay alive because they're not used to this climate. I really think, no jokes aside, I think paiN might be able to take a game here. They might be able to take the series, for sure.
Yeah, there's no question. They definitely could.
Definitely.
I mean, it's single elimination. We've seen bigger upsets before, right? And we were talking earlier about how this tournament's going to be compared a lot to like Boston. And then we had SG Secret was one of like the biggest upsets we've ever had in any event. So.
Well, as much as I want to believe, we can't forget that we've been praising Mineski throughout the entire group stage about their hero versatility. Players such as Ice, known for playing pretty much every hero under the sun and then some.
And roll.
Yeah. So it's going to be
And
tough.
same with Mushi too, right? He's had
Yeah.
like big hero pools. Jabs has played in the mid and support roles, so now he's got a big pool to pick from. So that's why I picked Mineski to win this whole thing. I feel like they just have so much versatility overall in terms of hero picks. Plus, they're just a top tier team. So put together, that adds up to one equation of DPC points.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Ooh, a lobby.
hey, there's
Don't
the lobby.
show the password.
Oh, no.
Come on in, guys.
So it looks like we did just have a fail to load. So first game should be starting very soon. We're only a couple minutes behind. That's pretty good for a North American land, right? Just a couple of minutes?
Yeah, good. Yeah, go us.
That's pretty good.
Hooray for us.
Hey, come on, man. Pat yourself on the back, Slacks.
I always do. So, anyway, we talked a lot about the versatility of Mineski. What do you guys... Come on to mind. Pretend like you're going to be right for once and talk about how paiN Gaming is going to win this.
I think they're just going to run down their opponents, basically. Maybe do something that their opponents don't expect, be more aggressive, maybe do some dangerous plays. But you have to make sure you don't go too deep, because then it's going to be heavily punished as well. So
I think they might win a game with Lycan. That's my bold prediction.
So are you thinking cheese?
They're just going to pick Lycan, and Lycan's going to be unstoppable, as he tends to do.
I mean, that tends to be the tale of most underdog stories, right? It's hard to say, oh, they will
Pick
likely
Lycan.
out-strategize the great titans of Mineski in the late game. That is what I believe paiN will do. Maybe that will happen. Maybe they have some sort of a strategy that Mineski won't know how to deal with during the mid-game or something like that. But more than likely, it's easy to say, you know, I think they're just going to get ahead in the lanes and just win the game.
I just hope paiN doesn't pick Dragon Knight. It feels like Dragon Knight's been a clunker so far this tournament.
Oh, he's a good hero.
He's gotten obliterated in the games we've seen so far.
He's lost a couple, yeah. I think the hero that's going to allow them to do that is something like Disruptor or maybe Kunkka. Grab somebody that's out of position or that feels safe, pull them back and keep getting kills like that, and then try to turn it into mid-game team fights.
Okay, I like that. Position-based heroes.
Yeah. So you're saying Pudge.
Literally pull them out of their comfort zone?
Yeah, Pudge could work.
That's good.
Oh.
I'm not big on the Pudge. I don't think he did very well so far in Captain's
What are you
Draft.
talking about?
People are like intentionally leaving a good position 4 and Pudge. And then they take the good position 4 and leave the other team Pudge. And then the other team loses because they have Pudge.
Speaking of Pudge, how many characters with British accents are there? You got Pudge, you got Bristleback.
Dark Willow? Is she British?
No.
Or she's like Scottish or something, is she?
Luna's Scottish.
She's actual Scottish. Or no, Irish, I think.
Irish.
Willow's
Oh.
Irish.
Oh,
And then
don't tell
Luna
Shane
is
I
this
said that.
horrific amalgamation of Scottish and Irish, which is amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
Love that voice. But yeah.
What's Bristle? He's Australian or something.
No,
isn't
he's
he?
British. He's Cockney, isn't he?
I mean, they're both. One's like a fighty Cockney, and the other's like a
Is that what you are?
fighty Cockney.
Is that where you're from?
How would you describe your accent?
No, no, more regal, you know.
Regal, yeah, okay.
Okay, that's good.
Anyway.
What kind of red coat sites have you been seeing here in DC?
Oh,
This is
several.
our glorious, Captain's Draft 4.0 presented by Events DC.
That's correct.
And so they have presented us with some glorious places around, and you've been, kind of globetrotting a little bit in the globe of the United States, which is Washington, D.C. Tell me about it.
Wow, it really sounds like you're setting up for a content piece right here.
No, I just want you to tell me about it.
They're coming later.
I know.
There's no content.
I want a preview. I want a teaser.
We've seen many sites,
Okay.
We've gone around to a lot of things. I will say that
What's
if
that
you guys,
big pillar? What's the obelisk?
That is, you're asking some specific questions.
Yeah,
all
what
right?
is that thing? Help me out here.
The Washington Monument.
Wow, you were paying attention.
Yes, it is. And
Nailed it.
I got to say, though, for those of you who've never been to D.C., I never have before. I didn't even know what the National Mall was. It's pretty freaking sweet. All these things are right next to each other. But these things are gigantic. The National, the Capitol building was huge. And I realized that I've only seen fake pillars in my life.
Like those suburban homes where
do you
there's
just
like
see
the
those?
2 pillars.
Right,
They're not real marble,
You walk
it turns
over and you'll be at an event and they have like some Roman pillar and you'll walk over and it'll be like styrofoam and I felt a real strong, thick pillar for the first time in my life.
That's great. That's
And-
good.
Oh.
Wow.
I gotta admit, I loved it.
You just grabbed on that pillar and never let go. That's
It was
If you didn't want to come to D.C. before, now
I don't know what
the
could
best
get you
pillars
here.
in the country.
they're amazing.
Well, I was going to say the steps were impressive. You walk up the Lincoln Memorial, there's all these steps. But pillars, that's way cooler.
Pillars and steps, DC.
Hey, Mom, I gotta tell you about these steps I walked on today. Woo!
What about the Smithsonian? No, that wasn't cool. Just the steps were really cool. I stayed
steps.
outside.
Did you go to? Have you been to the Space Museum, the Aeronautics one, Slacks?
I don't go to any space museums except for, I don't go to any space museums except for, the kidney space.
Nice one.
Cool.
But I would go to this one if I had more time. Events DC.
Yeah. Wow. So we should have our lobby coming up pretty soon.
There's a bug.
There's a small bug with the lobby, so we're going to try one more load here and see if we can get it to work. I can see over the shoulders of the paiN Gaming players, so don't worry. When we get that lobby, you'll be the first to know. And
I watched
a swing and a miss.
I watched one of them watching.
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, Avril Lavigne.
Yeah,
She's
that's
still
pop up.
around.
And now
Dude,
I'm going
wow.
for paiN, by the way.
It's really complicated, dude.
That's all
Avril
it took.
Lavigne, baby. All right.
All right. Well, so here we are, folks. We teased it, and now we're going to take you right into it. This is the first piece of Sir Action Slacks venturing about Washington, D.C.
Everybody, and welcome to Captain's Draft 4 here in the heart of the U.S. Capitol. In fact, we're so much in the Capitol, we're in front of the Capitol building. I thought I would give you guys a little tour around some of the monuments and stuff you can see in the city for those of you who can't join us or those that are here and want something to do. But of course, I don't really know anything about history. So to aid us in that problem, I have found a tour guide. Now what we did was we went to a local cemetery and I dug up this oldie time wig, which hopefully is haunted. So let's all hope that this one works. And I summon ghosts. Oh my God, it worked! Hello, welcome. Yes, what is your name, sir?
Where are we? Where's my brother General Horatio Gates?
What?
I was at the Battle of Saratoga. Where are we?
We're in the nation's capital. I needed a tour guide for our trip to Washington, D.C. So,
Oh, this might be the capital, but who are all these people? What is that monstrosity over there yonder? That horseless carriage?
That would be a car. That's a car.
An automobile?
How would you know it's a Don't worry about it. All right, don't worry about it. What was your name, sir?
I am Thomas Rutherford Goodfellow.
Oh, wonderful. And can you tell me anything about this, the majestic Capitol building? It must have been just built around your time.
It just so happens I have some notes on hand. But
very convenient. That's great. Thank you, Thomas.
George Washington had a big implementation, of course. He laid the cornerstone for the Capitol on September 8th, 1793. The cornerstone, George Washington. It's a legend.
Wow. That's fantastic. Have you ever met George Washington?
Really good friend of mine.
Really?
Believe me, very good friend of mine.
That's odd because I've never seen you in any of the.
Let's not talk about.
All right, that's great. Don't worry about it. So anyway, what else can you tell me? George Washington built it. Anything else about?
Well, in his will, Washington was meant to be buried here in this beautiful Capitol building. However, he later decided to amend it and change it to Mount Vernon, of course, his family's home.
Wow. Well, what made him change it?
I think he just didn't like this place a lot.
Okay,
he liked Virginia
That's
way
a
more.
bold claim, but all right. Coming from the source, that's fine. All right, great. What is that thing at the top? Is that George Washington up there on the statue at the top?
I believe that statue is 15,000 pounds and it's modeled after his wife, if you get what I'm saying.
Hey, Thomas, you dirty scoundrel.
She's actually a really nice lady. I've met her a few times.
Right, but that is actually the Liberty statue, is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
Right, representing the liberty and goodness of
our nation's freedom.
That's what I'm looking for.
Our most important quality as a country.
Wow, fantastic. Do you see that though? That's new. In 1850, they built the dome for the building. You might not recognize that part. Back in your day, it was just a flat little piece on the ground.
I liked flat. Flat was better. It's very simple, not too gaudy. Just keep it flat from now on.
You're not a fan of the dome?
No.
Okay, well that's fine. So anyway, okay, biggest question. So, were you there during the burning down of the thing in 1812?
I'm sorry, what?
In 1812 when the British come back and they burn down
the British? They're coming back?
Well, yeah, but
I'm already fighting them once. I can't fight them again. Are you kidding? I have to tell General Washington.
Thomas! Well, that's okay. We'll catch up with them. Anyway, let's go see some more sights here in Washington, D.C.
All right, looking forward to seeing what other sites Sir Action Slacks was able to visit. But, man, that Capitol building, huh? Look, a small round of applause for you, Slacks.
Hey, that's more than I've ever gotten.
How's that feel, bud?
I'll be real with you. It feels pretty weird to throw to a video starring myself and then having to talk about it. It's.
I see you were converted by the enemies of Mr. Goodfellow there.
Yeah, what happened between then and now?
Yeah, you've changed.
Let's have a hypothetical situation.
Okay.
You're about to fight a war, and one side sends their representative, and it's Mott. Do you join that team, or do you join any other team?
Wow. Okay.
That was strikingly savage, and I have no retort.
I understand. Do you get any more of those?
Any more redcoats? We're always hiring here in Europe. Just ask. God, cool Dota reference.
I really got it there.
You almost had it. You were right there.
There's no Americans that have ever gone to Europe, have they?
This is why he doesn't do that live.
Has any
content.
American ever gone to Europe?
I don't think so.
Ever? At
Wow.
any point? No.
We're keeping it pure here in NA.
Congratulations. We have a lot of complexity. They've got the 2 Europeans.
Yeah, well,
right?
they come to us all the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
come and join our teams.
I think one of the most impressive parts about that video is bearing the cold. You guys look impressively warm given how frigid it was when that was filmed, right?
There's snow on the ground.
Yeah, there's a couple of those videos, and later you'll see Mott literally dying of hypothermia. No, just kidding. It was nice, the cold weather, you get used to it. It's pretty good. It certainly does not help the balding, I will say that. The stress on the body certainly makes more hair fall out. So.
You're in the wrong career then, pal.
Yeah, I know.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm thinking about getting a wig soon.
Yeah.
Like maybe that could be my thing. Like I get like different weird wigs. Could that be a thing?
I mean, you've been kind of trialing them out here with those white wigs. So.
Right. Like a Lady Gaga thing? Do you think that could work in esports?
Like you just come into an arena and no one really knows what you're going to look like.
I'm like, oh.
I like it.
What color are you thinking?
I'm thinking like greens.
Greens?
Blondes. Pink curls.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you want to look like an anime character?
My wife will probably leave me if I come home with a bunch of multicolored wigs and I'm like, sweetie, what do you think of this one? And she'll be, hey,
oh
look
my
again.
God.
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, boys and girls, it is paiN Gaming versus Mineski, our first best of 3 here in the arena, day 2 of Captain's Draft 4.0 by Events DC. I've got shivers up my spine, boys.
That is the weather.
No techies again. No.
We got Timbersaw, though. That's been the often talked about hero for Mineski. I think every time it's been banned out in the first phase, though. So 1 ban down, likely. Dark Willow. See if she rears her ugly head.
You know who I was impressed with the other day was Legion Commander. I thought that was a pretty sick Legion game. Pretty good in this.
I want to guide your eye line to that 4th hero right there at the top.
1, 2,
Yeah,
oh,
so just get ready.
Yeah,
the
you're
seed
ready.
has been planted.
Yeah, you were
Prepare.
thinking about this.
10 seconds remaining.
Mineski, as you can see, thinking about it, getting ready to draft here
5
with the
seconds
smart
remaining.
eyes of Mr. Winter gazing upon their computers.
The Ninja Boogie Dark Willow as well also played quite well the other day.
Hell yeah.
I think that's just him as a player. Like every game that he played, he was dominating it really.
Dire
He
team
had the Shadow Shaman game where he like
Okay.
he had
Nice
like
shot,
5 kills.
Zyori.
Wow.
You ruined it.
Yeah, that hero's not going to make it through, I don't think.
Lycan?
His win rate's just too big right now. I don't think any team's going to gamble on it, especially for a single LM.
You see, Mineski had first pick, so paiN didn't want to give their secret weapon away.
Yeah.
They were ahead of the curve.
Yeah, they'll save it for next
10
game.
seconds
Like
remaining.
Brax always says, teams love to save strats.
Yes, and the
Perfect.
wise words of
5
Brax.
seconds
Oh, wow, he's
remaining.
actually going to play in a wig.
He's cold.
All right.
He's warming up.
That's impressive.
I think it's like become part of him.
What?
It's fused together.
Okay, talk to me about Undying. An Undying ban? What is this?
Very strong South American hero.
Oh,
Extremely
yeah,
common,
that's
popular
right.
amongst them. They're willing to just like first pick it and then do whatever. You can do aggressive dual lanes. He can just play like a poverty 5. He can harass mid.
Yep.
It's just frustrating.
10
And we talked about
seconds
lane winning
remaining.
too, being a good key for them to maybe take this one. So, Undying Dota.
5
I have
seconds
vivid
remaining.
memories of casting South American qualifiers, seeing Undying picked every game. Teams lose with it. They first pick it again. You lose again. You first pick it again. He's just the unrelenting force that powers South American
You
Dota.
could say he's undying.
Hey!
You're on fire today, Trent Pax.
Wow.
Give us a laugh, Purge.
I wish I was on fire right now. I'd be a lot warmer.
Okay. That wasn't.
There he is.
Naga ends up getting banned. No big surprise there, I guess. So we still got Dark Willow left over. Rubik's pretty solid. I saw some enchant bans yesterday. Quap has been in so many games.
What about the Wisp? I
10
haven't seen
seconds
Wisp make it into
remaining.
too many pools.
I think it's situationally useful, but I
I
don't
think
think you
EG
open.
played it yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. We
Okay.
didn't do that stream. But I believe they had Arteezy OD as well as the crit IO.
And
So-
no Enchantress. Okay, there you go.
I would probably ban the IO, I think, if I was paiN. I think it's something that Jabs can play well. Wouldn't want to just hand it over.
Yeah, that's a risk right there.
Especially if you have like IO Legion or something, you just do like a global strat with duels. And plus the Timbersaw is also still in though, so that could be a
10
bigger
seconds
concern.
remaining.
You guys remember when everybody picked Monkey King first pick?
5
What a time.
seconds
So you
remaining.
missed those days? Is that what you're...
Yeah, I did. Remember when he ulted and the game crashed and we tried to cast those games?
Hey, the Wisp
Hey, you
actually
called it.
banned.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Good job, analyst.
So the first pick here, Dark Willow, Timbersaw maybe.
I like the Timber because Tide's also still in the pool and he's probably one of like the better position 3s that's left. And then you can just try and keep getting that
10
matchup with the Timber.
seconds remaining.
That's true.
Feel pretty good about that. I mean, what other offlaners like
5
want to play
seconds
against the Timber?
remaining.
That's not going to be a good time.
Radiant team pick.
Wow, they take co-op.
It's really safe. Mineski's been picking it a lot, so.
Yeah, we've seen her make it into a lot of pools. Feels like Queen of paiN's been available in almost every game that we've covered.
She's extremely flexible. They've been putting Nana on like the side lanes with her, and then he can play kind of in a 1v1 if that ends up being the situation. He could also just go mid, and they can kind of do whatever with her to make space for Ice maybe on something greedier, which tends to happen in Captain's Draft. Like, kind of get these weird heroes that can't necessarily do the old suicide lane tactics.
It's just so good for like split pushing, staying alive, guaranteeing kills. It can punish a lot of characters as well. And paiN's going to go for a range strat here, so open up a Drow Ranger.
That's about as risky as you can get, I would think.
I would say it's aggressive and lane dominating.
I know,
a good
but
way to beat a Titan.
I guess.
This is David versus Goliath.
Yeah, but
and she's got a mighty sling.
Okay, take it easy. Drow's she's a trap card, you know? She's like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, gotcha. You're like, oh my god, it's a Drow strat. You don't pick Drow first. That's.
Yeah, but what if they got Drow Queen, and then they just have this Queen off lane that's dumpstering you?
No,
hey,
Drow Queen.
It's the Trent Protector. It does feel a little scary, though. There's a number of heroes that are pretty good at gap closing. Like Clinks can get in position against Drow. You've got the Timber Saw that we mentioned.
Yeah.
Axe, LC, a
Yeah.
lot of good gap closers.
As in all of the good gap closers are probably in this game against the Drow.
Well, Clockwork isn't, but that's okay.
I mean, he's
5
good.
seconds remaining.
Anyway, I'm pretty nervous about that. But they do have Trent Protector, which can keep her alive for an extra half a second, so that will be neat.
I don't think it's as much about keeping her alive, it's about keeping your towers alive. Because if you have a Drow Ranger, you're good at hitting buildings by the time you get like Treads, Aquila, Dragonlance. So you take their towers, you protect yours with living armor as long as you can defend them. So if paiN Gaming makes good moves, they can get a big gold advantage just from taking towers.
Yeah, but she has to get to that point, though. That's the problem with Drow. If you lose the early game, the game is over. It's just done. Like, how does she come back? She has no way to catch up.
Who do we have?
Oh,
Witch Doctor.
Come on, you should know that sound.
Oh.
I thought that's what I heard. The clunk, the little coconut bouncing.
Badonk.
Witch Doctor is just good at team fighting, and basically you could just maledict somebody. Almost always they're going to die if your team follows up. So with like a Queen and a Witch Doctor together, it should allow them to defend towers early and potentially get enemy kills.
5 seconds remaining.
Yep. I just like the amount of burst damage that they have right now. If they catch a Drow out at any moment and she has Maledict on her, already she's dead. They don't have to pick any other heroes. The game has ended.
Definitely agree.
So,
not very many strong fours in this pool at all, really. You could maybe argue Rubik if you want to just give him a lot of space. Maybe even Coddle too in this situation. Some teams might try a Leshrac maybe. I'm not sure if they'd be willing to do something with like Ninja Boogie and Jabs on Dark Willow and Witch Doctor.
Can
I
Monkey
don't
King
really see that.
fit into 4
I
right
think
now?
it's pretty bad, but I mean, it is Captain's Draft, but it looks like it is the Dark Willow.
Okay.
wow. There you go.
They like this hero.
So likely the position 5 for Mineski. One of the things with Dark Willow we talked about is how versatile she is. Can play really that core role. What didn't Cinderin say? He's not sold on Dark Willow as a support. So
I feel the same way. But she's okay. Definitely.
I feel like this is probably like roaming 4 though,
5
right?
seconds
I don't think this will be a core.
I have got something to share. Boys and girls at home who are getting trashed by Dark Willow. Would you like to know the hardest counter to this hero that I found so far?
Is it the S key?
His
or the H
name
key?
is Axe.
Oh.
You blink
Yeah.
on Dark Willow when she's in her fairy world with a blade mail, and she insta-kills herself every time. None of her stuff is controllable. So if you can get on top of her with a blink call, she did. There's
Axe
a
doesn't
Mirana.
get Drow Aura though.
No, but, I mean, what, are you going to pick all range just
You're
for the
going to
Drow?
pick the rest of them, are? Off lane Mirana?
You want to make a bet?
No.
They pick all range for the rest of them. I'll wear the wig for the next panel.
You're going to wear it anyway, but okay.
10
They're going to pick all
seconds
range.
remaining.
And if I don't, you have to wear the very tight Abe Lincoln shirt.
5
I
seconds.
don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's
Can't I just wear a wig?
Oh, it's an extra small.
it's a $3 pilgrim costume.
It will constrict you.
We'll make something work.
All right. Anyway, here comes a not ranged hero.
Uh-huh.
Insta pick on the axe here.
Is there somebody that could set up for the Mirana?
What about a Wind Ranger mid?
Oh!
I think Wind Ranger's actually okay this game.
Oh!
I was thinking
Or
paiN might
a
just want the
Rubik.
Rubik. Yeah, Rubik Mirana. That's a nice setup.
Oh, it is Rubik.
Okay.
Looking confident about that one.
Yep. And then their last core. I wonder if they'll pick a ranged core with Drow, huh? No, it's true. They could still go for the Axe. I'd be okay with that. Nice like aggressive stuff. Axe has been very popular this tournament, actually.
Yeah.
I think Sumail's been playing him. We saw him a couple times on our stream, too.
He's great. He secures you the
10
mid game,
seconds
which
remaining.
is something that not a lot of heroes do these days, you know? It's all about them
5
early and
seconds
late.
remaining.
Ain't that right, Purge?
He doesn't do it when you build max battle hunger every time that you play it, so.
Don't tell people
Yeah.
my strat.
It's not very secret at this point.
It is.
So if you're looking at paiN right now, then so they have no field, kind of, and also the opposite, obviously, where you can like put the bonus damage, but mostly like protecting S5, pushing in, draft strats, D push currently on the side of Mineski, not looking too hot in terms of like some wave clear.
I have this sneaky suspicion that paiN might try to run a Leshrac with their last pick. I don't know why, but my gut is telling me they're going to want a big nuker pusher that can kind of work with Drow, but also diversify their damage types a little bit.
I think your idea is not bad, but I just am not sold on Lesh right now. I feel like he's a little bit too squishy. There's a lot of damage on the enemy team. I don't think he's the pick here.
Even with a no field to protect him?
But most Rubiks sit on offensive no field anyways, so.
What?
Wow, that's a very
the
surprising
classic.
pick.
That's the old school Drow counter.
Yeah.
You just haunt, get on top of her, get rid of the aura, obliterate.
She gets none of her
Or the
ultimate.
Agi, yeah.
It's a big hurt. The downside to Spec is that you can be pressured, but with what paiN Gaming has, they don't really have the best pressure right now. Rubik and Tree can be a little bit weak level 1 sometimes, so as long as they keep Spectre covered between Dark Willow and Witch Doctor, they should be all right.
And the dream is to, you're smoking, someone smoke pops, maybe you can't see anyone, you just haunt instantly, and then Earthshaker can right away spot the perfect slam and go right in, and then the fight's just over.
Spectre has some versatility as well. She can build for some earlier items, so you get like an early urn, for example. You know, go like phase boot drum or something.
Yeah, but you're still going to want to get to those like Radiance kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And once he gets that, I think it's going to be very easy for them to teamfight paiN Gaming. It's just, they need to make sure the Spectre has a decent laning stage.
They just gotta, they gotta own the early game. Axe, still, come on, put the pressure on him, eh?
Yeah, Axe, Tide, Legion, Timber, all 4 of those heroes actually look pretty decent at this point.
I was thinking about Slarky Malarkey.
It will be Tide.
Okay.
Tide Hunter. So
call me Abe, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. No, that looks very good. I think classic Drow Tide, right? I'm not maybe sold on the Treant
okay,
in
boys,
this combination.
We need predictions. We're tracking predictions. You need to call this game. What do we got? Slacks, you're first. Give us your bold claim.
I had paiN for the series. I still believe it, but not a fan of that first pick Drow. Easy counter. They know exactly what their strategy is, and you can't have an easy strategy against a great team.
Mineski, okay?
I mean, it's very easy to say Mineski. I think the Tide was a good pick. You could potentially pressure the Spectre, but I'm not so sure that Mineski is going to fall for that.
Oh,
so let's say Mineski.
Give me paiN. I'll take it.
Okay.
paiN
I'm going to
all
go
over.
I'm going Mineski. I'm going to be honest. I believe in the Spectre.
Drow Tide, man. If there's any lineup that's going to run them over, and that's how we think they're going to do it, this is a run at you lineup. This is trying to get it done. I'm really not sold on the tree, but if he plays that tree well and he gets some good like guys roots in there,
it's true.
Can make it happen.
They have some options, and we've seen Tide Hunter be an absolute monster. That hero has felt very powerful in the games that we've seen. So maybe there is some hope there. The team fight that'll tie it all together.
Yeah, it's possible.
I'm counting on Dark Willow just suiciding like 5 times. Just like trying to play too aggressive or something like that, getting overconfident, feeding away some gold, and then using that for that early advantage. That's how I imagine paiN winning. So
okay.
Try and blow it over there, Dark Willow player. That would be great. Thanks.
Ninja Boogie feeding. That's your prediction.
Yeah. If paiN wins, will you wear the wig? Can we go round 2 on this? What's double or nothing?
Oh boy, I don't know.
Well, we might be able to find another wig back there, but wow, that battle music, it rumbles.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah. It's good.
I don't know if we have anything more painful than the extra small Abe Lincoln.
That's the worst punishment we can fathom.
Perfect. Thank you. We're so creative. All right, they are in there.
Slender Lincoln. All right, boys and girls, this is it. Game number 1 starts now. Let's jump into it. We've got 2 casters to take it away.
Hello. Sunshine here with Cinder and Captain's Draft 4.0 Minor presented by Events DC. Cinder, you have great posture.
Thank you.
Do you care if I touch you?
No, it's
Is that okay?
That's okay.
Okay,
As long as it's on camera.
Let's get in game.
I need evidence.
Great to hear. Thank you. Great time and age for the world. Anyway, we got paiN Gaming versus Mineski. This is the best of 3. Remember, this is single elimination. So loser of this series is done, Cinder. And how do you feel about that as an ex-player?
Ex-player. Nice. Good one.
Thank you.
Very good. I think single elimination games are obviously always very exciting for both the teams and the fans, right? There's a lot on the line. You don't get that second life. Arguably, you could say that, in a way, the group stage was a bit of one of your first lives. If you would think that some teams in the tournament are a lot stronger than others, then if you had a better group stage placement, maybe you could have got a better matchup, if you think of it that way. But paiN, obviously, ending last in their group, get a really tough opponent in this game. They're going to be playing Mineski, who looked very dominant in their group, actually. They beat, who was it? They beat Secret. And
everyone. They beat everybody.
They beat both, right? I think so. As far as this game goes, I actually like paiN's draft quite a bit in this game. I think they have the right type of lineup to run with Drow. They have the Tidehunter who can go in front and tank for the Drow so you can hit towers. They have good team fight with both the Ravage and the Overgrowth so that their ranged heroes can get the damage done. And at the same time, they're playing a Drow strat which is very timing based and very aggressive into a lineup that's slow. Like every lineup that has Spectre is bound to not play the fastest kind of Dota. So I think paiN got themselves a pretty good draft here, and I think they realized that the Drow pick could become a problem for themselves as well when the Quap was first picked by Mineski.
Yeah, but we got a Dark Willow, my friend.
We got a Dark Willow, and it's Ice 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 this time.
That's the dream. We were talking about what role she would be playing. You thought it would be 4. I had no idea. Because we've seen it literally every position, I think, this tournament. Maybe not one position, but 2 through 5 for sure.
Who played at mid?
I don't remember. I might just be making that up to make myself sound smart. That's a possibility as well. But it will be an off-lane Dark Willow. We'll see how strong she is. I think this is a good test bed for that one.
Yeah, I like the hero more in a core position than a support position. Mineski did play it on position, I believe, 5 yesterday and actually did win the game.
You're going to have to hold these horses, my friend. Ninja Boogie's going to get first blooded by Duster on paiN. He's going to attempt to run away on Rubik, but will not get away. It's a 1-for-1 first blood, though.
That's a duel lane versus a tri lane, and they get the first blood. It's very surprising. A little bit of
How
an
do you feel about Spectre in these types of situations? It feels like, at least historically speaking, quite a weak hero.
Yeah,
in the early stages of the game.
Spectre's laning is one of the worst out of any hero. It's melee, it has low damage, it's not very fast, like the base move speed is bad, the nuke deals more or less insignificant damage. So most of the time what gives Spectre a successful laning stage is either that you flat out outnumber your opponent so Spectre can farm, or that you lane dodge, or that Spectre plays a comeback style. Actually, nice cast from the top here into the fissure.
Yeah, Duster's in a bit of trouble, but Telekinesis will be there. He's blocked up by the fissure, though. Attempting to get out. Spectral daggers there, though, completely blocked up. Might actually get away with just sub 50 HP. Jabs in the meantime is going to get gushed. Trying to walk away as best he can. Looks like the right click will take him down by Duster. And Tavo just a beast of burden in this lane right now.
Nice kill. They actually had enough damage because he skilled the Gush and they have the Drow Aura. So Rubik hits just a little bit harder. And I actually think that extra 3 damage made the difference there with a couple of attacks he got in. So nice for paiN. I'm a bit surprised they didn't use the tree.
Jetfan, he's going to go down the right clicks of Moon. Nice fissure there from Jabs. As he's going to pick up a haste room, back on his way towards top.
Welcome back into the game, JJ Backup Audio.
Oh, thank you.
To see you.
Oh yeah, big shout out to Pimp Muckle who's taken over for camera. I was thinking about making that my side career, but after yesterday, that was a debacle, to say the least.
So far, I can't tell the difference.
Okay. Oh, we haven't missed a kill yet, have we? Pretty sure I missed the first kill of the first cast. So, definite improvement here so far.
You've been doing great, Shane.
Thanks, buddy.
You're really good.
You're a real gem. Thanks for coming. Thanks for taking time away from your playing career to cast with me. You're the best, buddy.
Happy New Year.
Tavo right now, level 3. 2 levels in Anchor Smash. So at what point does it become almost unkillable in this lane, do you feel? Or is there a point?
The Mineski lane is just pretty weak at killing Tide. You see, it's very unusual that Tide will not have a point in Kraken Shell at level 3, but the fact that he hasn't skilled it shows that he has this understanding that this Mineski lane just doesn't really deal damage. Like Shaker has low damage, Witch Doctor is okay, but they don't have anything to really make this Maledict tick up. There's no damage coming out of the carry, so I would say Tavo is in a pretty good spot. He might skill Kraken Shell on level 4, but already with this Raindrop and Magic Stick, he's kind of unkillable, I would say. Well. So far so good for paiN in that top lane. In the mid lane, as expected, Moon is doing very well on the Queen of paiN. I think this is his best hero. Mineski also played it yesterday, I believe, maybe twice even. They definitely played it once. And Ice 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 is level 4 in the offlane on Dark Willow, so...
Oh. Fissure will miss. HFN will be healthy for now. Bottom lane, though, going to have a Bramble come out. Just going to hide inside the trees. That's a good tree ant protector. Invis rune here for Ice Ice Ice, though. Now, this is an interesting hero. We talked about him in the beginning of the game, but what are you expecting from him at this stage? Do you think somebody takes over in the offlane at some point, he starts roaming a bit? Because I've seen a lot of that in this tournament in Midas mode as well.
I think if you're having this good of a start on Dark Willow, you probably want to stay in the offlane as long as you can get free levels. Like when you're almost level 5, minute 4, obviously that's one of the weaknesses of Drow, not the best laner, and they put Tree in here because she kind of needs help at playing this lane. If you're getting free levels like this, I think you stay and you just keep leveling up as much as possible. And if there's a fight happening, you can always TP rotate. And it's going to get rooted and gusted, actually. Decent damage coming out from paiN here. But
he's at half HP, but he's not scared. He's put down the Bramble again. Look at that damage towards the tree end. Easy kill for Ice. Underestimating the power of the fairy woman. Is that appropriate to say? Fairy woman? Are fairies women? They're in between. I don't know what
you
they
can
are.
do better.
All right, we'll work on that as the tournament. It's the first game of the playoffs, so we'll have plenty of time.
Warm up cast.
We can write down some suggestions later as well from the crowd.
Oh, we didn't even mention living armor as another factor in this top lane.
Yeah,
it's going to be cast on Tria now, or on the Tidehunter.
Does he still not have Kraken Shell?
He got a point in it now.
Okay.
But as far as like game plans go, what you always need to consider with the Drow strat is how much it accelerates when Drow hits level 6. And the good news for paiN, even though there's been a couple of kills going the way of Mineski, is that King RD largely has been getting pretty good farm and now has his treads available close to level 6. And that will accelerate, especially the Mirana will benefit a lot from this.
Duster sees jabs right there. Takes a Spectral Dagger back in the face. Ninja Book is here with a cast into the Fissure. That's a lot of damage coming out. With the Enchant Totem, that is a dead Rubik. Mushi better be careful, though. That's about 200 HP, but we'll live through the day, so a nice kill there from Mineski. But right now, Mushi, 26 and 10, all things considered, doing pretty well.
Yeah, this is to be expected when they're Tri versus dual lane. If Trand was up here, Mushi would not have this much farm, but then the question is how much would it cost their Drow in the safe lane playing against Dark Willow. So paiN has kind of been playing as a buffer down here and did end up dying once, as you saw, to keep his Drow in good condition. Now that Drow is level 6, we might see the Treant rotate to top. I feel like they could put a lot more pressure on the Spectre and give him a worse game. But I'm sure Mushi is very happy sitting on 30 CS. A lot of the time we see Spectres at this time in the game, like 6.5 minutes in, you're sitting around 15 if you're having a tough lane.
I'm actually a little surprised HFN's only level 3. Or Jabs, I should say, level 3. A lot of these games in this tournament, he's been roaming level 5 level. He actually, in some cases, the highest level in the game at like 7-8 minutes.
It's one of the weaknesses of playing a safe lane trialing for this long. Like, if actually just flat out trialing in the safe lane for 6 minutes.
The Fissure is there. And this is going to be a lot of damage being applied with that Bedlam. Ice takes another kill for himself on this Dark Willow. Ooh. Is this a hero that can just take over the game, you think? She has drums. I don't exactly know what the build is for offlane.
In this kind of game, I think Drow, or rather the Dark Willow, will fare pretty well. I don't think it's like the perfect Dark Willow game. There's a couple of things that are annoying for her to deal with, especially Gust can be a problem.
We're going to have telekinesis here. Treant protecting out mid lane. We're going to see the beautiful
nice
dodge
lead
there from Mirana. And the Witch Doctor died. Hey, we're on the same pace, Pimp. We've both missed one kill.
You can't watch 2 kills at once, right?
Don't shake your head at me. Mushi now in the top lane. So, what, 36 and 11? I'd say as far as CS is concerned, compared to the Drow, pretty even, but I believe Spectre is much lower level because of all the heroes leeching XP from her.
She did get her level 6 now. Drow is 6.5, so it's not the biggest difference.
Oh, that's actually really surprising.
Now that Haunt is available, I mean, that's part of the reason why the supports of Mineski are low level, right? The Witch Doctor and Shaker didn't take as much XP from Mushi as they could have. They got 1 or 2 pulls off, and that's kind of it.
The Fissure blocking King RD in. Bedlam is there. It's going to deal a little bit of residual damage. It's King. Oh my God. Okay, he's just dead. That is a
Realm,
dead Drow
baby.
Ranger. Yeah. What level is that?
Level 4.
Okay.
This is the standard build of Dark Willow. You max Shadow Realm first, and then Brambles are secondary. And sometimes you see a value point in Cursed Crown. I've seen core Willows not even get Cursed Crown until level 10, but has got that value point, and I agree with that. I feel like this skill point is too good to skip. It's a 2-second stun, right? So for 1 point, it's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you talked about how some people have just skipped Cursed Crown entirely, which is kind of surprising to me as a kind of a value level. Yeah. It's been pretty effective overall since I mean, compared to the other skills, it's a little underwhelming, I guess, in some respects, right?
It's a really good way to set up Bedlam, right? Like, you can't 100% rely on Brambles to keep the target in place, so that way you make sure that you will be able to get up close. He's used it in both of the kills on Drow, I believe. The Cursed Crown has been integral in landing the kill. So, Mineski should be pretty happy right now. Their laning stage is obviously going very well at this point. The Haunt has not even been used. Mushi is level 7, so rotation plays are available, and that's actually exactly what they're going to do now. They have a smoked Queen of paiN and Witch Doctor looking out for any possible opening in the Radiant jungle. And they will be there ready on that Haunt trigger button for a play mid. This is going to hurt for paiN.
Yeah, Duster. Oh, it's actually going to be applied to that poor Drow Ranger. Easy kill from Mineski. Actually forces a TP out from Tavo. He has Ravage now. have yet to see that come into play. But yeah, the supports in general right now just feel more under-leveled than we've been seeing in this tournament so far because of all the roaming. There's constant roaming from both teams.
Yeah, I'm looking at Ice right now. He's like level 9.5.
Yeah,
I feel like this should not be happening. If you give Dark Willow away and you let it off lane, giving that hero a free lane is so dangerous. And Treant Drow just have not been able to put pressure on him at all. And he's kind of ramping up the pace here. He's second on last hits. He's taking the enemy safe lane tower minute 10 against a Treant.
Deny. Can he get it? Will he
Otter
try?
should really...
No, he's not.
Living armor?
So tower to Mineski. Oh, Moons might be in some trouble with. Nope. Starstorm not able to come out, or he already used it. And we have a TP out in the bottom lane now. So close calls. Ninja Boogie trying to get that level 6. Of course, the Treant Protector only level 4 right now. No
Treant Protector is
dead. Sentry is there, and that is a dead Treant to say the least. Jabs takes credit for that. As the score is now 3-8 in favor of Mineski with actually a 4K lead. Higher than I thought it would be.
paiN have to push the tempo now. They need to take towers. If they don't start trying to play aggressively as 5 or 4 heroes.
We'll see how strong Ice is right here. You get telekinesis, but there's a Shadow Realm. He's going to pop his ult. There's a Ravage, though. He's doing so much damage to this Titan. He might be able to solo kill him. In fact, he does. TP support is there in the form of Ninja Boogie, but didn't really need it, honestly. And here comes the Spectre. Duster attempting to TP out. There's the cast, though, onto Drow Ranger. King RD. The Shadow Realm should be enough to finish him off. That's a double kill for Ice. And we're seeing this hero at its highest potential, I feel like, right now, at least in the early stages.
When Dark Willow gets free levels and good farm in lane, the hero is absolutely extreme at this point. And I think that's one of the key things you have to deal with when you're playing against Dark Willow. Obviously, these players are maybe not the most experienced at playing these matchups because the hero is not in captain's mode, but I'm sure they've played plenty share of pubs against Dark Willow players that get a free lane, and sometimes it just feels like you don't really have control of the game very early on when that happens. And Ice, he's 5-0 minute 12 on this Dark Willow, level 10. And the way I see it, the moment he gets his next item, I think he can solo kill any hero on the map. Pretty much. He's going for that Yule Scepter, obviously the perfect setup. He actually has it now. Oh dear. It's just a lot of damage. Often we see Dark Willows go for a Kaya as part of the build. This time he's gone for the drums. I think he's going to bypass that, and we might see him go straight for either a Hex or a Blink Dagger next.
Oh, the Sonic Wave misses. Of course, he was in Biz, and he's actually going to taunt. Not sure if that's an auto or not, but this is South American team, so let's just assume it was on purpose. Tavo lives through the day. Maledict will not be enough to take him out. Ninja Boogie's still searching. Don't think he's going to find him, though. He's TB'd back to base.
Compared to the Queen of Pain, I feel like it's been bottom lane Duster. Yeah, they actually got away from him.
It's going to take a Shadow Realm. In fact, it's going to be on King RD. Bramble comes out. No, that's the Terrorize. In fact, he's going to completely miss. And see if they can turn this around. He actually stole Terrorize, the Yules. He's going to keep him up with that Shadow Realm still activated. He's not going to be able to... Oh, he does actually at the last moment hit the Treant Protector. And with that stun, doesn't have vision, though. They do clean up the Drow Ranger on the bottom side. And HFN, he's going to find Moon with that Star Storm. Little arrow. Not going to be enough to actually take him out. Moon actually does not blink to the low ground. He could be being taken out here, but here's the reinforcements in the forms of Jabs and Mushi. Fissure, Mushi's right click, Living Armor trying to keep him alive, but doesn't look to be the case this time around. So a 2-for-0 in the bottom half of the map.
And I was about to say, I feel like Mirana has been really quiet this game, like hasn't been involved in that much, mainly just pushing out mid and farming, whereas Moon has been moving a little bit more with that Queen of Pain trying to make plays. I think for paiN Gaming's lineup to shine, this Mirana has to get more involved. She's the only hero on the paiN side having a good time right now. High levels, good farm. She has the Drow Aura on her side. They need to try to set up some sort of smoke play where they group up and collapse on a tower and then use their Ravage, use the Mirana to deal the damage that they do have. If you keep playing like this with Drow and you just sit back and try to farm and play slowly, the hero loses a lot of its potential, especially when it's counterpicked by the Spectre.
Oh, Ninja Boogie finds them with the smoke here. Reveals at the very least. Looks like he will drop to the deck as the arrow does connect. So paiN at least gets something out of that, but they definitely wanted a bigger target.
Yeah, they smoked in here to get this objective. This is the primary goal of the play. They're happy to get a support on the way. Obviously, it would have been better if they got a core, but anything right now that allows them to siege this tower is very welcome for them. On the other side, Mineski just keeps pushing the side lanes. They're not interested in trying to defend this tower without the Witch Doctor, so we have the Dark Willow pushing out bottom, and we had the Spectre up top, who's, by the way, sitting on a pot of 3,000 gold. Looks like Mushi will be rushing Radiance this game after Aquila. And that means that this relative, like this gold advantage from Mineski is not that powerful right now, because there's 3,000 of this net worth lead that is not being put to use at all. and means the gold advantage is a bit deceptive, and the Radiant side can definitely take a team fight if they do manage to combine and set up correctly.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
Oh my. I'm sure Sir Action Slacks has something to do with it. So you want to hear something interesting, Cinderin?
Sure.
You know, we had some delays today.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that.
No.
The lobby kept breaking, let's call it. And we started kicking all the other language casters because, you know, we start with China, then Philippines, because we just assume it's the usual business in esports. But it turns out after the 15th lobby that Slacks was connected to the lobby and Alt-Tab, and he was ruining it over and over again. So, in fact, he is the literal reason why we're late to start the day. So if you guys see him out there in the crowd at some point today, give him a little pat on the back.
He actually just got multiple other language casters out of the lobby.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Great job, Slacks.
I mean, he's a red coat after all, trying to ruin the tournament. So
guess so. Yeah, well, first
so far
mission accomplished so far. Great job, Slacks.
Well done. So we are back into the game. And 6K lead, like you said, half of it going towards that. I mean, he's going to have Radiance pretty soon. And once he gets that, that's going to be super scary for paiN Gaming. And we talked about Spectre kind of countering Drow in general.
Yeah, the primary way that Spectre usually deals with Drow very well, I mean, the obvious thing is obviously Haunt, right? Like, you Haunt in, you find her in the backline, and you start fighting her, but Spectre's itemization in general is so good against Drow. Drow has no way of dealing with Manta style. She has no way of dealing with...
That was not intended for him. A Terrorize comes out, Ninja Book, and finds a way to get... Echo Slam, though, is there onto 1. Ravage to follow, only going to hit 2. Don't know if they had actually enough damage to take anybody out, but Jabs does fall. Sonic Wave, HFN attempting to TP out. The right clicks don't look like they will suffice. Nope, Sonic... or the Scream of paiN is there. And the Shadow Realm
is available
continuing
now
to do damage. From the backside, Ice. There's the Haunt. He's going to come in onto King RD. That's a lot of lost damage. He's going to miss the Spectral Dagger, though. Ice again with the Shadow Realm.
Really
and
good
this should be more than enough damage to take out 2 more members of paiN Gaming. That's 4 dead in trade of only the Earthshaker. Unless Witch Doctor died. That's
Witch Doctor did get arrowed first.
Oh, that's right.
He was the kill that started the fight. He already spawned.
that was pretty. I wish we could get an instant replay of that.
This is a relic for Mushi.
Yes.
And yeah. So what I was getting at was the itemization of Spectre in general is really good against Drow, right? Because you don't have a good way of dealing with illusions from Manta. You are really annoyed when you're blinded by Radiance. You're not a very mobile hero, so it's annoying when you get slowed and you get diffused. So like all of the items that Spectre likes to buy are just innately good against that hero. That's why Drow strats that play against Spectre in general will try to play a really fast pace and look to group up and take towers, and it just hasn't gone well enough for paiN Gaming.
Curse Crown into... Oh my god, okay. Good lord, Rubik just gets destroyed. Are there any cool... You were talking about spell steal from Rubik and how Bramble could be pretty useful, because it's kind of confusing whose it is, because it's not going to be any different as far as visual... like visually speaking. Is there anything else that you think, like obviously Fissure is a huge one?
Fissure's the best spell steal this game. Yeah. I think Fissure is good.
You don't like Haunt? You don't like the Rubik Haunt?
Nice. Yeah, then you itemize for it, and Rubik gets Radiance.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. Yeah.
Obviously Blink from Queen of Pain is a pretty good spell steal. You get the mobility, Sonic Wave. It's a good steal. That's actually a lot of good steals across the board when you look at it. The only hero you don't want to spell steal from in this game ever really is Spectre. So that is not really the problem for this Rubik. The problem for Rubik, rather, is that their laning stage went as poorly as it did, and that they haven't been able to use this timing of Drow Ranger. And when she falls behind and plays slow, it will be difficult. So I'm not sure what the game plan right now is for paiN. If they think that they can keep farming with this Mirana and she will get strong enough that she can fight as Spectre and Dark Willow and Queen of Pain later on, I would not agree with that. But maybe they just don't feel like they have any other options. Like if they try to group up and take a tower fight, maybe they feel like they're going to lose it. Let me tell you something, it's only going to get harder when this Radiance comes out.
Yeah. The Radiance, it's just going to amplify everything from Mineski, I feel. I mean, Ice right now. Look at him. He's not scared of a Tidehunter at all. Level 14 on this Dark Willow. Just annoying the crap. Yeah, here's that Fissure, Maledict as well. Death Ward, doesn't even matter. It's more than enough damage with the Maledict applied. Tavo. Still at that top tier 1. The Curse Crown on a creep, actually.
Missed the dust there, Jabs.
Yeah, Terrorized, but I believe that was a stolen one from Duster. He's going to steal something else now. The Death Ward, in fact. Ninja Boogie looks like he'll find his way to the grave one way or the other, unless he can somehow maneuver himself out of the trees here, but not to be this time around. So we're seeing trades, but it's supports for cores.
Yeah.
definitely not what paiN's looking for.
It's not good enough. They need to just flat out. I mean, I've said it multiple times now, but I just don't see any option except that for their lineup. It's very one-dimensional what this Radiant lineup can do, and if it doesn't get executed properly and they don't hit that timing, then eventually they will just be forced into fights at Roshan that they can't win anymore. The Aegis will go to the Dire and they can take it slow. That's one thing that's really nice for Mineski here is they shouldn't feel in any rush at all. Like as long as they're pushing waves and farming, all of the pressure in the game is on paiN.
All right, so now that net worth lead is a little bit more accurate since the Radiance is online.
Yes.
So
now it's
Mineski
really
has
rough.
a giant lead.
Giant,
9K at 19 minutes is enormous. 40 movement speed, talent picked up by Ice. And well, we might have some action here as Moon's going to run right into Duster. Shadow Realm coming out, but the telekinesis is there. The fissure into the Curse Ground. It's a lot of disable, but not a whole lot of damage right now. It's a tier 1 tower. Will be the focus for Mineski.
Living armored for now. Doesn't look like they're going to be in time to defend it regardless, though. Or, well, Tavo's walking in. Arrow. Not going to hit.
Ramble got this hero is so annoying. The Shadow Realm now. You can just spam these spells. I mean, he has Yules, I believe. He is super fast, actually. With the 40 move speed, 495 move speed.
Drum,
Yules
Yules,
to travel, drums, Yules, and that talent. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, Yules is just the perfect item for this hero, I think. It's very nice to get the extra move speed. You want the mana regen because your spells are expensive. It sets up your entire combo. You cast Curse Crown on someone, you Yule them, and then when they drop down, they get stunned. If you time it perfectly, you can kill heroes that have blinks, even like you. It's so hard to deal with. You just, when they come down from the Yules, you even put them in brambles, so they can't, it's kind of, this hero has a bit of everything, right? It has a root, it has a lot of damage, it has a stun, it has evasion, it has an AoE knockdown with the fear. All right, I like this play from paiN.
Yeah, this is
gotta
something
do
they need
something.
to do. Absolutely.
I think they should have done this a long time ago, actually. They should have done it before the Spectre even spent her gold. Just go here and make something happen in the game.
Yeah.
Looks like Mineski might know the jig is up here, but could be too late.
Ooh, I don't know. It's going to be tough. Terrorize is there. That's going to hit on one hero. Nice positioning from paiN Gaming. Here comes Ice, but HFN isn't going to be able to get the Aegis of the Immortal. Bramble Maze comes out. This is not the area you want to be in. Sonic Wave coming in to finish off here. It's a 2-for-0 right now. And it looks like Mineski is just cleaning up despite giving up the Roche.
Oh, great
They're even
pass.
going to find the HFN kill in their own jungle. That's the Aegis. But you have to think they have enough heroes as long as they can get one disabled. The Enchant Totem, nice timing. Shadow Strike, this is just ridiculous. Mineski is just cleaning up left and right. 22-7, 12K lead for Mineski, and no more Aegis for paiN.
And again, the thing about this is I like paiN's play. I just think it's too late. Like this idea they should have got 7 minutes ago, or maybe even more. I don't know if they could have taken Roche around the 10 to 12 minute mark. It's not that easy. Maybe if they would have bought a medallion on someone, it could have worked out, and then they could try to snowball that into towers. But now that the timing is in this current, I'm trying to find a silver lining here from paiN, and I'm not finding it. Like I don't know what their lineup can really do anymore. Mineski's just gonna run at them whenever they have their cooldowns ready, force them to fight, and if they can't kill the Spectre off first, she will kill everyone just with passive damage from Radiance and Haunt Illusions. So. Gotta make their last stand. I wonder if Mineski are going to try to high ground here. They don't have to. Keep farming if they wish.
Is there like a best case scenario for paiN in these fights? You have Moonlight Shadow, maybe a surprise initiation with Ravage. The question is, do they have enough damage to actually take out a couple cores before Mineski can react?
I think the absolute best case scenario is they Moonlight in. Oh, hang on. Tavo?
Okay,
he got caught by a
really wanted that deny, and it might cost him his life. A couple more right clicks. The Fissure ensures it. Easy kill for paiN, or for Mineski.
I guess the best case scenario is they Moonlight Shadow in, they come in from the back, they find Spectre, they kill Spectre, she does not have buyback Haunt. At the same time, they're controlling the Shaker, so he can't Blink Echo them. And Dark Willow takes his hands off the keyboard for 5 seconds.
Well, he has a Blink now. Arrow's not going to connect. As Maledict is applied, the Ninja Boogie will be able to TP out to safety.
Oh, they're actually standing under this ward right now. That ward has had its full lifetime on the enemy side. This ward is really strong just because it's not always obvious that it's placed. There's some places where, okay, we just took a fight and they clearly had vision. You very quickly narrow it down which ward it is. And this ward is by no means uncommon, but it's just like the area that it sees is not as often in use. So a lot of the time you get information but don't actually take the fight in the ward, but it helps you prepare for a fight. Let's say in the Roche pit, right? You see the enemy team move in toward Roche, and then you take a fight in the Roche pit, and they're like, oh, they definitely had vision. And then you try to de-ward around the Roche, but the ward actually just saw you move in there rather than be part of the fight. So, wards like these are becoming a lot more popular in Dota because teams have gotten way better at knowing the ward spots and de-warding. So a lot of the times you choose a ward that sees less of the map, but gives information that is more reliable to remain for multiple minutes.
So I know you're going to think I'm being sarcastic, but
yes,
I'm not being sarcastic. That was very interesting. Do you think I'm being sarcastic? I'm not. That was great. You're the best, buddy.
Thank you. I think you're great too. Was I being sarcastic? Do you think?
That's a tough one. I mean, Europeans don't really understand sarcasm. Let's be real.
All right, I'm pretty sure I taught you sarcasm. All right, Rubik is in trouble. Rubik will die.
Yes. In trouble is an understatement. Another easy kill. And the crazy thing about, not that Bedlam is even necessary for that kill necessarily, but 40-second, is it a 40-second cooldown level 3?
30 now.
30 right
it's
now.
40, 30, 20.
Oh, that's right. It goes down to 20. My bad. My bad, yeah.
What was the old Bedlam cooldown was 2018-16, I think.
Was it?
The first version, yeah. The first version of Dark Willow was something.
Yeah, that's an... Okay, you're Ice Frog right now. All right?
Okay.
You've turned into Ice Frog.
Yeah.
Do you think he's balanced? Cheat.
Dark Willow?
Yes.
No.
Like, how
not yet.
imbalanced?
Not yet.
It's not that bad, right?
No, it's not that bad. I think the first Dark Willow was very clearly kind of ridiculous, but it very quickly got nerfed. I also think this game doesn't necessarily showcase the place the hero is in because he had like a perfect lane.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any very good natural counters against him. A lot of heroes will look extremely good on those conditions.
I mean, we've gotten a decent sample size in Captain's Red, and she's gotten stomped a few times for sure.
I still think the hero is a bit too good in some ways, but it's not as ridiculous as some people make it out to be. You need to counterpick it with the right type of heroes, of course. And
I think,
like,
generally
you know, in some
speaking,
games you 10th pick a Timbersaw, and there's like nothing against Timbersaw, and you're like, Timbersaw is so broken, right?
Yes.
But I feel like Dark Willow has less scenarios where it's hard countered than Timber does. So, that's a good fear from Ice Ice Ice. Will he be able to get potted down here? Yes.
That's a Bedlam. That, I don't know if you know, that has a 20-second cooldown at level 3. So it's pretty good. Top lane, we have the Fissure, we have the Enchant Totem. Mushi's here to play as well. Ice Ice Ice, boots of travel, no big deal. Shatter him. Will he take it for himself? No, not in time, buddy.
He tried to.
Yeah, he really did.
He definitely tried to. 500 health talent now for Mushi. Spectre's talents, I think, are actually really good. That is not the reason the hero is not picked very much, as Rubik dies in mid as well. Mineski are all over the place right now. Killing heroes, looking for HFN. He will leave out
Fissure
for now.
coming in
Good
as well.
Fissure.
Ninja Boogie looking for a potential cast. Oh, Echo
Great
Slam
combo.
will actually miss, but at this stage of the game, it does not matter. It's all for lulz. As the tier 2 tower is taken out, and
It's
Mineski,
definitely high ground here. They're going to bring down the Spectre. So I think Spectre's talents are really good, but like the hero just has some still really strong or big innate weaknesses in laning.
my
Good living armor. Oh.
Yeah, it's not going to stop Fissure, unfortunately. And King RD looks to be next on the list. He pops the BKB, but to no avail. I believe that was a 10-second BKB, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe paiN Gaming may have lost the game.
I believe
that
so. Luckily for them, this is a best of 3, so they
beatdown.
can come back in game 2 coming up next. But
honestly,
they do still need to finish the job.
I have to say, I'm a bit surprised. When you're a team that goes Drow first 2, and you... Just watching this game, that's a really good cast.
Oh, the Sonic Wave. BKB popped by Moon. Not quite enough damage yet, but Duster finally finds his way to the grave. And the rest of Mineski is just, objective-based gaming. Fortification's there, but don't think that's going to really do a whole lot, as 2 members of paiN Gaming are dead with no buyback.
Pump faking the Ravage. Mineski didn't even flinch.
Have we seen Overgrowth yet? I'm sure
we used
have.
it once.
Okay.
Once or something. But
we haven't had any great team fights for paiN for I'd say the last 30 minutes, which is, it's a 27-minute game. So
they did have a good team fight before the game started. They won the rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they own that. Rock over scissors, by the way. We've got to keep track of these stats. For
Absolutely. There will be a meta game in that later on in the tournament for sure.
Okay, since we're getting to the territory where we can actually go off on tangents, this is my favorite part of casting. Should just making this into a podcast. Do you think that there is skill involved in rock, paper, scissors?
Yes, when you've played enough games against one opponent.
Now, let's say I need to clear my throat.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I know we have a cough button, but I'm not going to use it. The audience can just deal. Oh, we actually have a smoke gang. So paiN, we'll have to get back to this in a minute. Don't forget. Don't let me forget.
I don't think they're not connecting on the smoke, so you can go ahead.
Okay. Just want to make sure. So, first time playing. let's say there's no history between the two members that are playing rock, paper, scissors, but you can see each other's faces.
Yeah.
Is there any skill involved?
Uh-oh. The fight's breaking out, Shan. Why are you talking about rock, paper, scissors when there's a fight
Pops
breaking
the
out?
BKB, terrorizes there. Looks like Deathward's going to do a little bit of damage, but that's a lot of Maledict coming out onto Tideturner. It looks like he will fall one way or the other. In fact, the first one to do so without using Ravage. 2 dead for paiN, and a nice double fissure, one canceling King RD's TP, and that's just going to be GG.
Yeah.
Can't blame them. Mineski taking game 1 in style, one could say.
Yeah, I think when you first 2 drow like this and you play this kind of strategy, I'm a bit surprised that I thought when you see a team first 2 drow, you would feel like, okay, they're confident in this strategy. Drow is played in a very specific way. You try to hit this timing together, and I just didn't. To me, this didn't feel like a paiN gaming that we're playing around drow's timing in this game. They picked the drow strat. It didn't really get played as a drow strat, in my opinion, and Mineski just took full advantage of that and got themselves pretty much a straightforward, pretty easy win in this one. Now, about rock, paper, scissors.
Yes, please.
If you're looking at each other and you make stupid faces, do you think one is better than the other then?
I think...
Like, what do you get out of looking at your opponent before they choose?
It's mind games. You can tilt them. There's a lot of different factors coming into play.
But okay, so what if you have your backs against each other? There's no mind games.
Well, exactly. That's why we did backs at this tournament.
But you just said there's mind games when you look at each other.
Yes. When they turn, they've already used whatever tool they want. So they don't. I'm saying you see. All right, let's play rock paper scissors. We'll keep track of this.
Okay, how big of a sample size? How many games are we playing?
No, we're just doing one. Just one.
Just doing one.
Yeah, just like the. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, then shoot.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's go to a commercial.
Yeah. Okay.